The spectacular Adirondack Mountains are the backdrop for the scenic Saranac Inn Golf Club, which was opened in 1901 as part of the famous Saranac Inn Resort. Originally 6 holes, it was later expanded to 18 holes in 1915 and designed by Scotsman Seymour Dunn. Dunn, designer of over 300 courses in Europe, called Saranac Inn his masterpiece. The Saranac Inn Golf Club is located on the shores of Upper Saranac Lake, one of the most beautiful lakes in the country. Number 1. Right off the bat, Saranac Inn Golf Course lets you know that it means business with its demanding first hole. The shot off the tee plays into the wind with out of bounds down the right side and a long bunker guarding the left side. Up to 2 extra clubs may be required to reach a back pin placement on this huge 2-tiered green that has severe slopes on the back as well as in the front. Making par here is a great start to the day. Number 2. The second hole is a 3-shot par 5 even for the longest of drivers. Like the first hole, this hole also plays into the wind, and at 560 yards, it plays even longer. With tall fescue grass lining both sides of the fairway, an accurate tee shot is a must. On your second shot, avoid missing the fairway to the right, which is severely sloped leading to more fescue. 2 good shots will still leave you over 100 yards to the green, which gently runs away on all sides. Number 3. The third hole is a great short par 3 from the white tees and a tough medium-length par 3 from the new blue tee. This small green, which slopes from the back to the front, is surrounded by deep bunkers on all sides. Don't be long on this hole, as it is nearly impossible to get up and down from over the green. Number 4. The short fourth hole is a hole that you will want to try to take advantage of. Place a tee shot to the right side of this fairway, and it will kick left down the severely sloped landing area. Unless you really bomb your tee shot, there are no level lies on this fairway, but the short uphill approach is to a somewhat flat green, which gives up a lot of birdies. Number 5. This stretch of 3 holes is very demanding, so don't try and get too cute. The 5th hole is finally a hole that plays downwind, and you will need the extra distance on this long par 4. Hit this tree-lined fairway and leave a long second shot to one of the few greens that you can run the ball onto. Watch out for the bunkers on the left and on the right, which can catch a shot and out of bounds long. Number 6. The 6th hole is a great par 4, but a fine tee shot is required to this slight dogleg left fairway with trees lining the fairway on both sides. The second shot is hit to a shallow green that slopes on the front and back. A mishit is caught by short bunkers, while a long shot is no good. It is almost impossible to set up for par after overshooting this green. Number 7. The 7th hole is a long par 3 that requires a long iron or wood to a shallow green, which is protected by a large grassy knoll. This knoll plays tricks with you to make the green seem closer than it actually is. Trust the yard marker and make sure that you make a good swing. Watch out for the out of bounds to the left. Number 8. The next 3 holes are your best bet to make up some shots. Number 8 is a real gem for a short par 4, and it can give up a lot of birdies if it is played correctly. The tee shot is played from an elevated tee out of a chute of tall trees to a fairway with bunkers down the left and out of bounds on the right. Taking a good second shot with a short iron will leave you with an uphill putt on this 2-tier green that slopes severely from back to front. Number 9. Number 9 is the first of the back-to-back par 5s and is reachable in 2 with 2 good shots. The fairway is lined with tall pines down the left side and out of bounds down the right. The large three-tiered green has bunkers lining both the left and right and out of bounds long. If you lay up or your second shot is short of the green, be careful. Leaving your approach on the wrong tier can lead to a 3 or even a 4 putt. Number 10 is reachable in 2 and the easiest on the course. The fairway is open to the right but is lined with tall pines to the left. Hitting into the trees on the left may require you to play up number 9 and take away any chance at birdie. A good tee shot will leave you a long iron or fairway wood to a small back-to-front sloping green with bunkers on both sides. This is a great birdie and maybe even an eagle chance. Number 11. To some players, this is considered the toughest hole on the course. From the tee, it doesn't look intimidating, but plays into the wind with strategically placed trees on the right and tall fescue on the left. The key to this hole lies in the second shot, which requires a long or medium iron. The bunker on the right sits about 20 feet below the putting surface, and over is an impossible up and down to a green that runs severely away from you. On number 12, the tee shot is played from an elevated tee to a fairway below with a severe slope to the left and fescue and out of bounds to the right. Place your tee shot down the left side and it will kick forward and right to the center of the fairway. The second shot is a blind uphill shot that plays less than the yardage to a large flat green protected by bunkers on the left, right, and out of bounds behind. Number 13. The next 3 short holes are another stretch of scoring holes, but pay attention, looks can be deceiving. Hole 13 is played to a flat fairway and sits blindly above you. Once you have found this fairway, you will have a short iron left to a large green that slopes from back to front with bunkers surrounding it. A good birdie chance if you leave your approach below the hole. Number 14 is a short downhill par 3. This green sits oblong to the player. Making the correct club choice is a must because anything short will spin back into the 2 large bunkers protecting this back-to-front sloping green. The hole plays downwind, so be careful not to be long as it is a tough chip to get close from behind the green. The 15th hole is a dogleg right par 4 that requires accuracy off the tee. If you avoid the hazard on the right and trees on the left, then you will leave yourself an uphill second to a flag which you can only see the top of. Even though the second shot is uphill, don't get too aggressive with your approach to this large oblong-shaped green because the bunker in the back sits well below the putting surface. Number 16 is our signature hole. With 3 holes left, the best is yet to come. Although it is visually spectacular, this is a demanding par 3. This is played with a long iron or a fairway wood, and anything that lands short will most likely stay there. On the left, you will find one of the toughest bunker shots anywhere. Miss the green to the right, and you will need a shot only made for Tiger. Par here is a great score. Number 17. The tee shot is the key to this par 4. It sets up for a little fade down the left side. If you hit it too far left, then you may find one of the many trees that line that side. Tee shots right will almost always find out of bounds. The approach here plays downwind and anything slightly short and right will run up onto the putting surface. The green slopes severely down from back to front, so you'll want to stay below the hole to avoid another chance at 3-putting. Number 18. This par 5 is a great finishing hole that requires 3 well-executed shots. With a good round on the line, a layup tee shot is the smart choice here. A long iron or fairway wood will leave you a level second shot and take the severely sloping fairway towards the large pines on the left out of play. With the trees and a large bunker down the left and OB on the right, a well-executed second shot is a must. The third shot is uphill to a small elevated green that falls off the front. Any shot short will be gathered up by a deep bunker. Par here to end the day will feel like a birdie.